Investments in securities market are subject to market risks. Read all the related documents carefully before investing.
Mark your calendar for an insightful Saturday. January 18th, we are hosting 3 exciting webinars you won't want to miss. First is Understanding Debt Consolidation, Managing Loans and Investments Together. In this webinar, we're going to cover debt consolidation can simplify your loan management while balancing investments to achieve financial stability and long-term growth. The second webinar is Bangladesh Crisis, a boon for Indian textiles. In this webinar, you can explore how Bangladesh economic challenges are opening doors for Indian textile industry, way for expanded global market share and accelerated growth. And the last webinar is how to build an emergency reserve. In this webinar, you're going to learn practical strategies to create a financial safety net, ensuring you are prepared for unforeseen circumstances and safeguarding your future. We look forward to seeing you there.
Have you ever felt that you needed an investment application to take care of your wealth creation journey? We're all tempted to have apps on our phones that can enable a very easy life for us. After all, with a click of a button, you can invest in a new idea, you can track your portfolio at any point, and you get a whole host of other benefits. But here's the catch. In 2024, many people fell prey to these investment applications and actually were frauded, where they've lost money or they've been unable to recover what they've invested, and these have been categorized as cyber crimes. So as it gets trickier and trickier to navigate the world of investment applications, because there are so many options that you have today, it makes sense for an investor to think about how they can make the most out of technology without compromising on security. So there are 3 categories that we think that you should look at when you're evaluating an investment application. The first is to make sure that you're working with a legitimate business. One easy and short way to check this is to ensure that the business that you're working with has a physical office, and if possible, to go and visit that office. If that's not possible or feasible in your case, then it's better to go with an application that has a lot of reviews and ratings on the App Store. So regardless of what iOS you're using, every store has a space where you can check the ratings, you can see the reviews, and you can see how many users have downloaded the application. These are all very simple metrics for you to judge the legitimacy, but always be careful because some of these things could also be rigged. The second important thing to check is how does grievance work in an application. In the digital world, normally you're redirected to customer support, you're put onto a phone line, and then you're sitting there for hours and hours waiting to get through to customer care. If that's the kind of experience you want, then there's no need to really check what kind of apps you're signing up for. However, if you would prefer a smoother resolution mechanism, then it makes sense to see what is the grievance redressal that the app offers. So for example, does the app allow you to talk to support immediately? Are you assigned? What is the turnaround time for tickets that are raised? These are things that you can test in the early part of onboarding, and starting with smaller sums, you can see if this is a smooth process or not. If you're only going to be directed to a chatbot and that doesn't offer you a smooth resolution, then you need to rethink about whether it's worth trading convenience for care. Last but not least, let's talk about how apps influence our behavior. If you've noticed how often you check your phone for either messages, alerts, or updates on how your portfolio is doing, then it's time to see whether that's a healthy relationship that you have with your money or something that needs to be worked on. So apps trigger a sense of fear of missing out or FOMO, which can make us check our portfolios way more often than necessary. If you want a healthier relationship with money, you should schedule time for your investment reviews, and you should also make sure that you're not reacting emotionally to a lot of things. The second thing to watch out for in terms of behavior is that something that UX designers refer to as dark patterns. So dark patterns are designs in an application or interface that can trick you into making decisions that are not in your best interest. So for example, something that you don't want would be highlighted and made more prominent, or if there is a particular behavior that's more rewarding to the app company, then that is celebrated more often. So these are things to watch out for in terms of how your behavior changes when you onboard onto an app. And we hope you found the rest of the video helpful in terms of how investment apps can actually help you, but you need to be a little bit cautious about what you're getting into. If you like this video, share it with someone. If you know someone who's been a victim of cybercrime, then ask them about what they would have done differently.